Yo, and I am seeing all green lights, which is definitely a good feeling. Hello and welcome. Come on, come all. I just realised I don't have my lights on. That's what's off. Give me 2 seconds. Brighten up the room a bit. But that being said, come on, come all. Nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we don't, what we is, what we isn't. And what we is here today, bringing you guys and girls some One Piece and love. That is right, because today is One Piece Day. And you know what that means, and you know what we've got going on. We have One Piece chapter 1026. Tendozan Turning Point, apparently, is the name of the chapter. See the notes at the end for the reference, but oakley dokley, we're just gonna plop on through with that. If you have not read the chapter already and you want to do so, okay, by now you should know the deal. The link to the chapter is in the Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description down below. Go join the Discord, go over to chapter links, and bada bing, bada boom, you will be able to read the chapter along with me if you haven't already had the fortunate of doing so. That being said, alright, before we get into this, you know what to do. You know it's a routine by now. Alright, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for more notifications for content like this. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And if you're a new time watcher, I know it might seem, not really important, but at the moment, sitting around 44 subscribers. It is the 24th of the 9th. I want to try and get to 50 subscribers by, let's say, November. So, if you haven't done so already, come on, subscribe. It helps out. It is appreciated. Alright, that being said, no more wasting time. Alright, chat should be live. Let's get straight into this. Okay, so on the cover page, we have a cover page request by Ebby, Nami, and Leo making cute, fashionable clothes for a young lion mink. Oh, that's cute. Leo the Tontata sewing up a storm for some Leo lions. I am lion. That flower there, that sunflower there. I mean, I know it's a bit of a Sunny reference, but it also seems like a bit of a Bleach reference if you know what I mean. Sort of looks like cotton a little bit, also a little bit of Coke. All right, let's get into it. Scroll. Okay, we're back at the Flower Capital. Well, hello there, Flower Capital. Alrighty, rain. Flower Capital Wano. The Fire Festival blazes on. Yo, and we see, this is the first time we've sort of seen the capital from a different line of sight, really. Because it looks like the whole flower capital is raised up on a plateau. I don't think in any other shot we've seen of the flower capital so far we've seen it in that raised state. I don't think so at all. Especially, there was some potential trick of words as well during the Odin flashback where it seemed like the flower capital was tilting. You had that moment where all the citizens of Wano, after the mountain god incident, wanted to leave with him, but they all went to go take that one step and then decided not to, and it felt like the capital was tilting. There was a few references to the capital tilting, so I wonder if it's actually slowly over time been just being raised up, or around it's been sinking down, or if I'm just reading far too much into it. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've ever actually seen it raised up like this. I mean, even when we're at the flower capital, and you see the wonking tree there with the whatchamacallit, with the Orochi's castle inside. But yeah. Anyway, I'm beating around the bush. We cut back to the Fire Festival. We got those beating drums that they're banging with that one guy that sort of looked like Usopp, that it really annoyed me that it wasn't the Straw Hats, but okay, whatever, we'll move past that. That's ancient history at this point in time. Otoko, are you having fun? Yeah, and you see Otoko with a shit-eating grin on her face. Where are you going, Otama? Forgive me, master. I can't just sit here and do nothing. Don't worry, we'll protect her. Out of the question. Get back here. Yeah, so Tengu knew that Otama fled, but, there was nothing he could do, so he just had to sort of go along with it. Please let Otama be safe. Oh, shit. There is no telling now. Uh, there is no telling now that she's out at sea. Rumble. So, yo, okay. I've been actually making a reference to this sort of unintentionally in some of my cover, in some of my video images, where I was like, oh, they're not going to notice the flower capital because it's just going to be a little bit smoky. So it's going to, haze the view. But yo, they're almost on top of the capital at this point in time. Um, they're almost on top of the capital, and no one can see the flying island just because of the cloud cover. I haven't heard. Oh, I have an update on the mysterious second dragon. Miss Master Yamato is alone on the roof, injured. An unbelievable sight is playing out in the skies above. This chapter is really high. Yes, this chapter is hype so far. All right, I've gotten back to the flower capital. All right, Onigashima almost landed on the flower capital, and now we're back on Roof Piece. So this chapter is definitely fun. The two dragons are squaring off. Kaido-sama, the Asura Seiru, is being challenged by the pink dragon. Yo, is Luffy? Just might be the art lines there. I was gonna say, is Luffy harking up there, or no? I think it's just like how fine of a point that section got, that it's just looks like it's coloured in when it's not meant to be. That doesn't really matter though. Yeah, so we've got Momo and Kaido staring down, and Momo's starting to look a little bit, Momo's saying it with his chest out a little bit. He's squaring up a little bit. I mean, the best a dragon can do. I love how Luffy's holding onto the horns though. I would like to say that Momo's still maybe a bit smaller than Kaido, but it's looking like here that they're trying to say that they're equal in size, but it's a little touch and go. You know what Oda's like with his size comparisons. Written by Straw Hat Luffy. If I could turn into a monster like that, I would actually be useful to others. The dragon's identity is still unknown, so Yamato must have been the one keeping Kaido-san busy, and we see Queen there still in his hybrid form, but there's no doubt it's hostile. Yo, and Kaido gets ready and launches up for a big old meaty borrow breath, and he blazes that giant ass laser. He's about to use his fire breath. Alright, counter it with your own heat breath. What? I can't do that. Blast breath, and Momo just dives out the way. Yeah, remember, I'm in no position to fight right now. Hey, Momo, What? Luffy? Wait, I can't. That's impossible. Oh, okay, so... So is Momo still listening to what's going on in Luffy's head? Or did Luffy whisper something to him that we just can't sort of see? Questions for later. What? Luffy? Wait. I can't. That's impossible. Gomu Gomu no. Elephant gun! Excuse me? That's not no regular elephant gun. No siree. No. You can't hide that past me. His hand is not near the impact. That is a Rio elephant gun, thank you very much. Alright? Luffy, I demand you make up a new name for that attack. Okay? I demand it. So Luffy blows into his arm, harking up, comes in with a Gear 3 attack. Elephant gun, obviously, but if you look there, the elephant gun is significantly smaller than what we've seen of it in the past, and it didn't make contact with the impact section, even though there's because there's an impact section and then there's the lines from where Kaido went flying down. Luffy punched him with Rio there, okay? Important to note. Maybe not, but important for me. And Kaido's just face planted into the ground. Hey, Momo. Bite Kaido. Okay, so it was... that was just... didn't necessarily help with the flow of the chapter, but okay, I'm not going to argue it. Hey, Momo. Bite Kaido. No way. I can't. We're surrounded. It's Kaido. Toki-sama, Please flee. Yo! So we're getting a flashback again to Odin Castle burning. Kaido's standing like a monster, having beaten down some soldiers. Toki's there with a Toki's there with what looks like one of Odin's swords, because that looks pretty big down there on the right. Yo, that looks like a big ass weapon. That, or that's someone that's just been speared through the heart, but yeah, that's a big ass weapon. Kaido's a big ass man with some small ass legs though. Holy hell. Why? Oda, why do you feel the need to flex on Kaido's might and then be like, yeah, but back in the day when he couldn't beat Odin, wasn't guaranteed to beat Odin, alright? It was all because he didn't have the leg game. You know what I mean? As soon as Kaido stopped skipping legs, he became the world's strongest creature. Alright? Oda's on that bodybuilding hype train, you know what I mean? Mother. Okay, so that was Toki, because you can see there if you're looking at the top left of that section there, right? Kaido's walking in. Looks like Toki's got a big ass, one of Odin's big ass swords, right? And then the next thing you know, Kaido's picked up Momo. Toki's been KO'd. She's lying down, and Hiyori's like trying to run to her mother's aid, like trying to wake her up. It's like, "Mummy, please open your eyes." Yo, so Momo's just glaring at Kaido and just comes launching in like a serpent. Ugh. Yo, and he bites Kaido, and Kaido screams a little here. I wonder if, even if Momo can't use all the magical abilities that Kaido can, I wonder if, Dragon on Dragon, they've got the same physicality in that form. And they can do the same damage. It's like, no different to two humans throwing fists at each other. Kuma Castle, hello! It's good to see you, buddy. Kaido was a crab hybrid before he came on Oni with those legs. Also, sup everyone. Hello. Yeah, no. Kaido yeah. Oh, that imagery, man, that's killed me. Kaido, back in the day and that, hits Odin in the back of the head, looks around to make sure Whitebeard's not around. Zoidberg runs away, just doing his little crab walk, just whoop, 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 whoop. Your father was a fool of a lord. Yo, and Momo's just biting harder. Kaido, what are you doing, bro? Yo, how did Oda manage to make like that head turn in dragon form so menacing? That's actually that's a pretty solid skill with the pen there. Like Kaido just like flips his head, just like, what are you doing, brat? You ruined Wano. If it weren't for you, father and mother would both be. Yo, and Momo bites him and just launches him into the ground. Momonosuke, Yamato, nice going, Momo. Yo, you got to hear it close to the mic. Ready? It'll go quiet for a second. That's that. That's a Luffy knuckle crack coming in with a thick, meaty right hook, punching the Dragon Man. Like Luffy and Base coming in there, giving this guy a right hook clean to the cheek, right, slapping the world's strongest man with an itty bitty little fist, punching him. He's coughing up. He's bleeding for sure. That was a Rio Conqueror's Haki punch there too, right? Look at that. There's the impact without it touching necessarily. That's what the, sort of explodey lines are, right? And you see the Conqueror's Haki dripping off that bloody fist. I tell you what, Luffy has definitely developed a drip, quite literally, in Haki form. Nice going, Momo. Yeah, and Kaido, that's the second time Kaido's been face planted into the floor today, right? And Momo's just sort of looking on in shock, just like, oh shit, we actually are doing this. And then we see the cracked eye where Momo flew in on Onigashima, the other chapter, start to crack up to where Kaido's just impacted on the rooftop. So, I'm just going to make a prediction. By the end of this chapter, or sometime soon, right? The dome of Onigashima, he's going to get his little Devon top up here. he's going to get absolutely destroyed, and it's going to make it an open floor, probably so the Minx can see the moon nice and clear. Momo's got some serious damage output with that beast form, given the fact that he can actually pierce Kaido's hide with a single bite. I mean, dude, dragon teeth, man. They're stronger than the average teeth. Alrighty. We've seen the last of the moonlight. Oh. We've seen the last of the moon tonight. Okay. I literally just went on a theory about this 2 seconds before. I should have just read. Treasure repository, dome interior. Dragons call forth storm clouds after all. Huh. If I had taken another hit, I probably wouldn't be able to stand now. Yo, so Jack's finally at his limit. It only took him, Zoe was at 800, so it only took 230 chapters for Jack to finish applying the clown makeup. Dome is coming down. Yep, that's it, man. I'm calling it. Dome is coming down, alright? Don't play Devon Top with Onigashima. Yeah, okay, so Nekomamushi and Inuarashi look like they're both on the shit end of this now. Don't feel bad about the moon, you fat cat. Yo! Damn, Perisparrow. Who you calling fat, man? My guy's just big boned, alright? He's big boned. Yo, but seriously, who are you to throw shade, dude? You got a tongue like... You've got a tongue like a person that's not allowed within 50 meters of a school, bro. Alright? Don't throw heat. Don't throw heat. You of all people. It's not that your luck is bad. Mine's just better. Perorin. Yo, I'll tell you what, I'm actually a little impressed by Perisparrow. From candy axes to candy arrows, the dude apparently knows how to fight. Like, the fact that he's not just getting, didn't even just in base get absolutely washed by Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, he's bloody, crouching tiger hidden useful trump card for the Big Mum Pirates at least. Master Nekomamushi, he's no longer in his Sulong form? Yo, and so both the Dukes are looking on just shit. And we cut to the inside and we see the samurai fighting more of the Beast Pirates. Momo, huh? Momonosuke-sama? Yo, and so we've got one of the Marys sitting up on the rooftop, pervert on the fight. You just bit one of the 4 emperors. And Momo's goofy, you all know the meme. Momo's goofy ass dragon's just looking at Luffy just like... after doing that, does anything in the world still seem scary to you? Yo, yeah. Dude, you just took a bite of a Yonko, man. Luffy's actually, for once in his life, he's making sense. Alright? Luffy's making sense. So you bit the world's strongest guy because you were just like, nah, screw it. I can't throw hands, I'll bite. Fear, out the window, man. Fly. No. Yo, Yamato's face is just lit up there, just like, yo, this guy's inspiring. Yo. Then go, you can fly, right? Stop Onigashima in its tracks. Did he just say Momo? Yeah, but that dragon couldn't have been. There's no way. Yo, and so Zoro and Sanji just like, wait, nah. But then again, nah. But wait a minute, nah. Although, nah. I'm surprised that Perisparrow lasted that long against 2 minus Sulongs, Karen Wanda, and Neko's Sulong form. Even if he does lose, it's still an incredible feat. Yeah, Perisparrow doesn't even have a zone devil fruit. Dude, Perisparrow, you bring up a good point there, because it's kind of filthy. Perisparrow, right, was trying to throw hands with Marco, was trying to throw hands, actually succeeded in throwing hands with Wanda and Carrot, right? And, I mean, yeah, he's fighting Inuarashi now, but, those Sulongs, right? Regular Sulongs, they didn't beat Jack, but they were hurting Jack a bit. But then when Nekomamushi and Inuarashi went Sulong, they essentially one-shot Jack. On a 2-on-1. You know what I mean? So even in a 1-on-1 situation, in Sulong form, right, they should have a clear advantage over Perisparrow. But Perisparrow's here just like, nah, man, I ain't a fool. I ain't like Jack, man. I don't have the HP to be letting hits hit me in the face. I'm just throwing up my candy shield, and throwing me candy hands. He's the new world version of Mr. 3, right? He's the upgraded Mr. 3. He he's just Mr. 3 on roids with a big old creepy tongue. Alright. I will definitely. And Kaido's getting up from the rubble looking pissed. I will definitely beat Kaido. I mean, it's only the 30,000th time you said that, Luffy, but radio. This time we'll believe you. Luffy Taro-san, Momonosuke Samba. I want to know who this dude is, alright? You can't really see it, but in the big panel in the middle, right? Bottom left of that, there is a dude with some meat on his bones. I don't think I have ever seen this man before in One Piece. If there is someone in this series other than Sengoku that looks like a Buddha, it is this monk-looking man. I tell you what, right? I can't wait for the end of Arc Celebration because I want to see this dude out on top of a table, right? With his bloody man thong on, just getting hammered. I don't know why. I just love that design. You hear that? What a rambunctious brat. You freaking, kid's just like, you freaking better. Where the hell is he been? Big Mum's got scratches, bro. Big Mum's got hits. She's got some lumps, man. I mean, Kid and Laura have got a hell of a lot more lumps. And wait a minute. Something ain't right. Kid's up. Pretty sure last time we saw Kid, he got stabbed. Killer stabbed Hawkins, right? Kid's still up. Dude took a big stab wound right here. A move that KO'd Zoro earlier in the arc. I'm just saying. And Kid's still standing. I'm not on no agenda, I'm just playing devil's advocate. The best way I know how. Big bro, Momo-kan. Yeah, get him, Luffy. Luffy Taro-san! Oh, okay, and Kaido's just gone straight back into hybrid. He's just like, nah, cut the bullshit. You really think you have a chance against me? As long as I'm still breathing, anything can happen. And they have a Conqueror's Haki Rio clash. They're not even touching. Yes! Sorry. Apologize to the party there. Oh, we have not seen Luffy split the skies. This is it. Chapter 1026. Remember it. Burn it into your man. Burn it into your brain. Luffy has ascended. Right? He's a great pirate. After this, Shanks is going to come begging for his hat back. He's a great pirate. Yo, look at this. This is the same thing that we've seen all the Yonko do when they clash. Luffy officially, based on this clash, Luffy's Conqueror's Haki is officially, right? From my perspective, Oda's saying here, right? He's putting the image out there, just going like, our boy's on track. He's there. He's hit Yonko level Conqueror's Haki. I mean, look at it. The heavens are split, right? It's time to clear the skies and bring out the dawn, is it not? Can you name a single feat that a Yonko has Haki-wise more than splitting the heavens? I mean, it's the only thing that everyone sort of used to compare the Yonko. And it's like, I mean, even Roger and Whitebeard, they did the same thing at day. You know what I mean? Can we... Is it, like, chat? Luffy's almost there, boys, so Luffy's officially an emperor now? Like, yeah, like... I genuinely... Look at that. I need a collage of that, of all the heaven-splitting moments, just side by side. I think he can definitely throw hands, but I think he's still a few steps to get to their complete level. I mean, look. At this point in time, right? Luffy's always going to be the underdog. Because, I mean, realistically, Kaido, Big Mom, Blackbeard, Whitebeard, they all have better fruits than Luffy. right? So he's always going to be the underdog, but he's got the tenacity, right? You know, he's the guy that keeps getting back up. But I mean, like, at this point in time, is there, outside of unreasonable durability, which Luffy sort of has, and just straight up damage negating effects, is there something that Luffy has in his repertoire that now isn't, like, I mean, at this point in time, he has everything that Shanks has to be considered an emperor, does he not? I think this, like, assuming Luffy doesn't just get his ass handed to him here, or this arc continues a bit longer because the raid fails, curse you, Morge. If Luffy doesn't fail here, this is it. We've ascended. He's got his foot in the door, just needs a few more and then he's there. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. He needs, he needs to put his hands up, close his eyes, come weaving in, future sight, just dodge, 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 uppercut, dodge, dodge, left, right. Coming in with the Conqueror's combo, The heavens, they've split, and so the moon's opened up. Are they gonna break the top of the dome more so that they can see the moon? Oh, the poor dude that was giving commentary on the fight's been knocked out by the Conqueror's Haki Clash. So I wonder if anyone inside the dome's been knocked out from that. And so the moon's up. Jack and Perospero side by side, looking at the moon, just like, shit. Not another word. You were saying something about luck? And Jack's just like, silent treatment. And Perispero's like, Mama, please. Actually, I would say I feel sorry for Perospero, but I don't. Alright, he's just doing his creepy thing. One sword style. Yo, are they done? Yo. Grinning cat claw. Yo. Is that his candy arm? Or is that his normal arm? I gotta remember which arm was Perispero's candy arm, because, like, he's just got his arm obliterated there. And he's just had, like, a projectile sword slash through the... Not really the torso. That's the same imagery trick that Oda pulled with ulti. So it's, like, sort of off to the side. But still, that's a potential finisher. And, below that, Inarashi, yes, please. Decapitating dog flesh. Fletcher? I'm assuming that's French. One sword style, kicks this man in the stomach, does a projectile sword jab, right? Stabs this man through the gut. Dude's out of hybrid now too, right? He kicked him. I know he said one more move, but he kicked him with a flying sword slash to the lower tummy. And you can see Jack's eyes. Jack is done. This is the death of the Mammoth Boys. Big Mum's oldest son, Perospero, has been defeated. Jack, the Drought, Beast Pirate All-Star, also defeated. And we've got Neko. Oh, we've got Inarashi. They're just huffing out. Oh, how did I not see that? I've been calling it though. You're kidding. Even Jack was? No, wait, that's not the problem anymore. Who's that peeking from behind the door? One Piece chapter 1026 and no break next week. The most important thing about any chapter review is knowing that there's no break next week, ladies and gentlemen. The bastard Orochi's alive. Alright. He also thinks this confirms that Luffy's stronger than Zoro at the moment. It's his candy because his right arm, I think. Yeah, okay. I mean, I hope it's his candy arm, because if not, my guy Nekomamushi was just like, I'll take your good arm and your life. Bam! Uppercut slap. That's pretty wild though. So shit, who's left to fight? We've got Yo, I love how Jack didn't even cop it into the main. Like, he was a main fight. He was a headliner. He's a main fight, but he didn't cop it into like the final 4 fights. Final 5 fights. Because what do we have left? We've got the rooftop Luffy versus Kaido. We've got Zoro and King, Sanji and Queen, Kid and Law versus Big Mom, and we have Killer versus Hawkins. And I mean, if you're really desperate, we've got Drake versus Apu. Drake versus Apu. So that makes 6. So, yo, Jack went out kind of early. I mean, kind of late, but kind of early compared to some other fights. I'm also debating whether Jack can beat Perisparrow in a fight right now. Orochi has 1 life left, and when he dies, it will be worth it. Yo, 100%. He's had 7 lives taken. He's got 1 head left. All right, and go back in my videos, ladies and gentlemen. I've been calling this for a damn year almost. Right, Orochi is going to be killed by Hiyori. Right? Most likely that'll happen. I think at this point in time, what most likely is going to happen is all the fights wrap up, except for Luffy versus Kaido, right? And then as Luffy is fighting Kaido, all right, we're going to have a moment where... Oh, give me 2 seconds there. Just got to turn the phone down. We're going to have a moment, right, where Zoro, who's injured AF, is going to stumble across Hiyori and Orochi, right? And Zoro's going to make sure that Orochi can't do anything to hurt Hiyori, and he's going to let her get revenge for her family. Orochi will be killed by the woman that he claimed to love, that, you know, all that good stuff, right? Hiyori will be the one to take his life. And I feel like, even more than Kaido, Orochi is the one person in this arc that needs to be killed. Like, I don't think his life can... Like, I don't think he can live past this arc. He's the one character... Like, people are like, oh, you know, we've got to kill Kaido at the end of this arc. It's like, there is a lot of ways for Oda to get around that. With Orochi, though, his story ends with death, right? And more specifically, ends with Hiyori and Zoro, considering both of them wanted to get revenge, not just for Hiyori's family and Odin and all that, Zoro with Yasui and all that as well. Orochi has 1 life left. When he dies, it'll be worth it, yep. Apu, Hawkins, King and Queen, and the Ninja Duel. True. I don't know why I didn't think that Fukurojuko and Raizo wasn't already done. They're still ongoing. So that's 7 fights left. Far out. We've still got 7 fights left. I wonder if the next 3 chapters is just going to be like 2 fights back to back going down in each chapter. Denjiro will definitely go to a... Oh, okay. Maybe Denjiro and Hiyori then, instead of Zoro and Hiyori. But, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, Zoro wanted to take Orochi's head, and Zoro is actually... I know this is going to sound really messed up. Zoro is the protagonist of Wano. Luffy is the protagonist of the Beast Pirates part of Wano. And if you notice, most of Luffy's story has been sidelined to dealing directly with Beast Pirate members. Zoro's storyline in Wano has been about Wano, and about Orochi, and about the samurai. Alright? And Oda's done a good job at keeping them together enough when needed, but keeping them separate enough to be like, Luffy's goal is Kaido, Zoro's goal is to help Luffy, but he also wants revenge on Orochi. So I've got a feeling that Orochi's death is coming from Hiyori and Zoro, because they sort of need to have a revelation with that. And also, I mean, at this one in time, we know she's here, right? I mean, we saw that silhouette that just never got paid off, no different to how Orochi's running around like a creep. Like, can you imagine Orochi's reaction when he's running around like, oh, I need to get out of here, I need to get out of... Wait a minute, is that Komurasaki? And Komurasaki's like, I'm a proud samurai child. I am... how did I forget her name? I don't know why. Hiyori, there we go. I was going to call her Himawari, then I've been reading too much Boruto. I am Hiyori, Hiyori Kizuki, alright? You killed my father, and I will avenge his death. Oh yeah, Elo's versus Big Head. Yeah. Yo, actually, can Fukuro Juko and Raizo's fight end in a headbutt? Could we just like have their fight? They're just throwing out stuff to counter each other, and it literally comes down to who wins in a headbutt. Because I almost feel like that's something Oda would do. Yeah, let's give Hiyori a big W. Maybe Hiyori, Zoro, and Denjiro. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm positive Hiyori is going to be the one that does it, right? I don't have any hesitation on that. The question becomes, who's going to be the person that defends Hiyori? Okay, Denjiro is the person that defended her for many years, but Zoro is also the person that had the personal connection with her, and he's the one that had the dialogue with her about taking Orochi's head. So it could go either way, right? Honestly, at this point in time, Denjiro could just be sidelined to helping the alliance in the middle stage. Bro, what if Straw Hats were as strong as they're in Wano from Chapter 1? I mean, whew, that'd be... I mean, there'd be a Yonko crew, wouldn't they? Like, really? At this point in time? Like, okay. We've got to assume that the Straw Hats are on the, underdog side of this. But at this point in time, if they're a Yonko crew, like, realistically, is there a Yonko crew they're not beating if it's, a tournament-style one-on-one fights at this point in time? Story would be over in 500 chapters. I love how you say story would be over in 500 chapters, right? Like if they were this strong from chapter 1, that they could just like go straight through it all. But I love how Oda's just like, I thought would do it in a year. Kill them all. Then adds a fair bit of chapters too. Yeah, true. Yo, this was a great chapter. Like I've got to sort of do a recap of like what happened here. All right, so we start off, get back to the Flower Capital. So we know we've explained that the Flower Capital can't see them coming, right? We got Momo biting, going for Kaido's throat, biting Kaido's throat essentially, right? At this point in time, we don't know if Momo can do Borrow Breath and that, but we don't necessarily have a reason to say that he can't either. So that's potentially coming. We got Crab Leg Kaido. Best part of the chapter, Crab Leg Kaido. Right here. We got Luffy bitch slapping Kaido. That's a top 4 moment on this chapter right there. And then we had Jack and Perospero get axed. Like, all in all, this was a pretty damn good chapter. And how could I forget the Heaven Split? We still don't know what Toki's initial goal was before she met Odin too. Well, she was born on the tail end of the Void Century, so she didn't really live through the Void Century now, did she? She just sort of... She lived in the era that the world government was being founded and that. She was from a Wano civilization outside of Wano, essentially. Like she was she was from a colony of Wano. There we go, big brain words. I say the reason she jumped forward in time is because when she got her abilities, right, she may have accidentally used it the first time and sort of leapt a bit through. And she had like a rough idea of what was happening, but not a perfect idea of what was happening. When she figured it out, she realized she could go forward in time, and then anytime she got into danger that she couldn't get out of, she jumped forward again and again and again until she sort of ended up where she was. I don't necessarily know if her story necessarily is important as to why she came to the future, as opposed to she just could have been doing some quantum leap stuff. And I mean, you gotta remember, Odin and Roger weren't asking her questions about One Piece and Void Century and that. You know what I mean? She was just as in the dark with it. Most likely because for her, there's probably not a big information network at that point in time in the story. Bro, what do you think about Blackbeard Pirates versus Straw Hat Pirates? Are you hyped about it? hell, I am hyped about that. Okay, chat. While I've got you all here, alright, I want a consensus. Blackbeard just having two fruits, or are we getting a third Blackbeard fruit by the end of the story? Because right now, Luffy versus Blackbeard, Luffy's got perfect counters to everything, really, right? Luffy's got the future sight to know what Blackbeard's going to do to avoid and dodge, right? His Gum Gum fruit is essentially a perfect personal counter to the Quake fruit. Potentially, if Luffy awakens, his Devil fruit is a perfect counter for his surroundings for the Quake fruit. Like, I mean, we saw what Whitebeard did to Marineford. If Luffy can turn Marineford into rubber, would it have broken from getting quaked? Maybe not. We don't know. And then again, Luffy can punch you without being touched, and he can use Rio defensively. We saw him use it defensively to get through the Borrow Breath. So Blackbeard, Black Vortex, come to me, Straw Hat. Luffy, full body Rio. Blackbeard, I can't touch him. What the shit? Luffy, haha, I'm a wrecking ball. You know what I mean? At this point in time, Blackbeard just does not have anything that we know of outside of taking a hostage to land anything on Luffy if Luffy's fighting with all seriousness. I mean, Blackbeard's got a Paramecia and a Logia. All he needs now is a zone, right? Yeah, potentially. And I was saying for the longest, if he's going for a zone, he would want a mythical zone, obviously, to have like another best fruit. But has anyone considered the idea that Blackbeard's going for a zone that allows intangibility? A mythical zone that has some form of intangibility to get around the fact that he isn't an intangible as a Logia, right? If what's his name, Dragon, I've said it in the past. I think Blackbeard's storyline is lined up for him to have some altercation and try to get Dragon's fruit by the end of the story. I mean, pre-time skip, it was the Blackbeard Pirates versus the Whitebeard Pirates, realistically. Post-time skip, we've already seen the same sort of beginnings of that with the Blackbeard Pirates versus the Revolutionaries. Dragon's currently the world's most wanted man. If Luffy takes out the world's strongest creature, right, you sort of look at Blackbeard and you're like, well, I mean, he's no Kaido. Unless Kaido takes out the world's most wanted man, which is a slightly better feat than taking out Kaido, potentially. And then, if he gets his fruit, it's sort of just like, oh, shit. Luffy counters all of his abilities, except now he doesn't. Maybe you could find one that helps out his poor defenses. Many theories say Blackbeard already has a third devil fruit, being Sea Monster Kraken, a three-hearted octopus. Dang, that's a cool theory I could delve into. Yeah, I've definitely looked into all those sorts of theories. I don't necessarily believe it, because I don't think Oda can add a sea creature zone. My reason for that, and the closest thing he'll ever get to it, is a turtle, which can live on land as well. I think the reason we'll never see a sea creature zone is because if we could, why the hell wouldn't we see a fishman zone as well? Like, we've had the human fruit. Why don't we have a human that's, say around that 100 mil level, right? Eat a fishman fruit that makes him 20 times stronger. You know what I mean? Only problem is that we haven't seen anything related to a current zone, I mean, what would have been useful when he fought Ace and all that? I mean, it would have been useful. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, it definitely would have been useful when he fought Ace and that. Honestly, Blackbeard doesn't need a third fruit for him to be terrifying, because, I mean, people tend to forget Whitebeard's Quake fruit sort of, I mean, I don't know about you guys at this point in time, but I think probably even still old sick Whitebeard was the strongest Yonko, even if stat-wise he had less health, less durability, less stamina than the other Yonko. I think just based on the Quake fruit alone, it's a hard counter to pretty much every Yonko ability. So, I mean, like, that fruit carries so much. The fact that Blackbeard has that plus a fruit that turns off devil fruits and causes, like, area of effect damage, I mean, like, he doesn't need another devil fruit. But if you see him getting another fruit, it depends on, like, it changes the conversation from, Luffy counters everything he has now to Luffy counters some of it, but he also still has broken abilities that Luffy can't counter, you know what I mean? Kraken is a mythical zone fish fruit, just like Kaido. I mean, true, that is possible, but I mean, a Kraken's just a big octopus, really, and we've already seen the Kraken in Surame, have we not? Whitebeard's non-prime Quake attack almost destroyed the entirety of Marineford. I mean, okay. I just gotta put this into perspective as well, right? For anyone that's like, oh, well, Whitebeard was cracking Marineford. I've recently just finished my big read through. I'm just up to Return to Sabbaty now. I've reread the entire first half of the series, right? I've just literally the last few days finished reading all of Marineford, and I was nitpicking a lot of little things in it, right? Almost every time Whitebeard attacked in Marineford, there was a panel subsequently near that panel with one of his crew members saying, we need to get out of the way so Pops can use more of his power. Pops can't fight while we're nearby. And it was stated over and over and over, even though Whitebeard doesn't have a problem destroying the island, he was holding back significantly so he didn't hurt his own crew. Okay? Even, like, to put it in perspective, the punch that he did to split Marineford in half was on his deathbed, essentially, right? And it was strong enough and well educated enough to completely perfectly split the island without causing any harm to any of his specific allies. The dude was holding back. Whitebeard was also a good person who didn't just want to kill everyone for the sake of it. He didn't want his men to die, and he was happy to go to war with anyone that was confronting him. But he's not a... He's like, he's more of a peacemaker pirate instead of a Morgateer, if you know what you know. Another cool thing would be if Blackbeard had some sort of subcategory with the Yummy Yummy no Mi where he can absorb Haki. NL versus Kizaru. I mean, I gotta say, Kizaru's taking that fight. I mean, good luck Eneru, but Kizaru's taking that fight pretty medium difficulty. I mean, even low difficulty, really. Kizaru is the scariest admiral to me, by far, right? Because Kizaru is the only admiral to not take damage in Marineford. We've never seen him go all out, right? And again, I've just reread the whole story, right? Kizaru is the perfect right hand of the Marines, right? He is the first mate of the Marines, essentially. He doesn't want to be the leader, but his actions and his personality deem him to be nothing less than admiral level, right? Kizaru he's literally shat on everyone he's fought against so far, except for Rayleigh, right? And even with Rayleigh, Kizaru in that fight is literally saying, like, dude, can you just let me do my job? Can you just get out of the way? Like, I'm not here to fight you, alright? The intelligence for the Marines was that Rayleigh has been living on Sabbaty. It's not common knowledge, but it's not like that it hasn't ever been reported potentially before. They just didn't care. They were just like, it's more important to get the guys that hurt the Celestial Drags than it is to get you, dude. So it's like, Kizaru's that one dude that's just like, gotta hold back on it. Guys, did you watch Ohara's new theory video? No, I haven't watched it yet. Please don't spoil it. I will probably watch it over the weekend. That being said as well, today is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. Keep an eye out tomorrow because I will be doing a live reaction as well to Chapter 3 of the Ace light novel manga adaptation by Baroichi. Again, if you haven't read that already and you want to read it before I do my video tomorrow, the link should be in the Discord, in the description, and over in chapter releases, or just go to TCB scans. Alright, you know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately not. Been too busy with school and a lack of Wi-Fi at times. Ooh, unlucky, my guy. Unlucky. Okay. I gotta raise the question now. Because it's important to me. Okay. Did Jack live up to the hype? Was Jack worthy of a 1 billion berry bounty? Alright? Because at this point in time in the story, Jack doesn't have a single W under his belt other than Sheep's Head. He is a tank swordsman, right? Who has had his swords cut in half and has had his tankiness overwhelmed with stronger attacks. Time and time again. True, he hasn't died, as far as we know. He's been beaten now, but he has been brought to the brink time and time again. Is Jack just a walking, talking L? Alright, I know that might be a bit harsh, but Jack cops a lot of hype and a lot of overhype. Because at this point in time, I do not see a reason why Doflamingo is not taking Jack in a pretty medium to high difficulty fight. Alright? I don't know if Doflamingo goes past Queen or King, right? Probably not, in my opinion, but that's for even that's sort of just like But at this point in time, Dofi was told that he was too weak, right? When Dofi got beaten, Kai was like, he's too weak. We'll send Jack, right? At this point in time, I'm saying Dofi was scarier, more threatening, and did more damage than Jack in a fight. Somewhat since he faced an army of Sulong minks. I think Jack's unfortunate spiral is that Oda used him as a constant hype tool to let other characters show their might. I mean, true. I think Dofi caps in the gap between King and Queen. I mean, I can see that, because, like, okay, look, I'm giving a little bit of whereas Perospero just faced 3 and he's now down. I mean, true, you're not wrong there. Okay, no, that's true, but to be fair, Get Exquel, I don't think anyone actually ever really expected Jack and Perospero to be held to the same light. Like, even this here, has it not felt weird for a lot of people that Nekomamushi's fight was Perospero? Because it was sort of like, yo, okay, we've got 2 minks that are equal in strength, and you're pitting one up against Perospero and one up against Jack? What? You know what I mean? But no, I get ya. Maybe I'm being a little too cruel on Jack. But Carrot is constantly having observations of what is happening. Did we see Carrot this chapter? I think we did, didn't we? A little bit higher up. Alright, let's go through and break this down a bit. Now I'm really wondering what Smoothie contributes as a sweet commander. I mean, I don't know if you've ever played Burning Blood. Oh, not Burning Blood, sorry, Pirate Warriors 4. But she's got movesets in Pirate Warriors 4, right? Where she grows up stronger, she can use water-based projectiles and water-based slashes because she soaks up moisture and then she can release it. Girl still hasn't done anything despite being one of the highest Big Mom pirates here. I mean, dude, I feel bad because Smoothie's got potential to be a top tier combatant, right? And I, rather incriminatingly, right, said in my top 50 stream earlier in the year that Smoothie is probably just over Yamato, but there's like, you know, they're sort of around each other and that. At this point in time, I'm like looking at that, I'm like, oh, Smoothie, you're making me look bad. You're making Oda look bad. Do something, Oda, please. I mean, Smoothie, and she's a swordsman too, which is just like, swordsmen are always supposed to be stronger, but it is what it is. Oakley Dokley. Is there anything in the chat? Is there anything that I've missed in this chapter at all? Because I'm combing through it, and I think it's all. I think I've sort of picked up on everything. There's no secret hidden Panda Man details or anything that I've missed out. Yeah, I tell you what though, Parasparrow here having candy tentacles is creepy as hell. Doflamingo makes tentacles look cool. Parasparrow makes tentacles look like I need to call my parents for support. Yeah, okay, we do see Caramonda. I almost forgot we saw them. They're still beaten up, but they're good. We've still got some of the heads of the samurai, or all the heads of the samurai up and running. At this point in time, I don't think we've actually taken a single loss on our side. So unlike Marineford, there's been no back and forths. Although in Marineford, the Marines didn't take a loss at all, did they? Like, no significant Marine went down, except for John Giant. And Ronze, and... Okay, some of the Giants went down. I mean, they're not top tier, but okay, they did. It was more of a back and forth than our team here just coming in and obliterating the Beast Pirates. Parasparrow is like Willy from Wonka. He's like the Willy Wonka from Hell. Don't. It's clear as day, black and white, pen to paper. It's goddamn Parasparrow's restraining order. Yo, the crazy thing though is now we know the Heaven Split thing is 100% Conqueror's Haki clashing. Which is just so cool. Yeah, I've got to say though, I'm a little disappointed that the Devon top of the Skull Dome didn't crash down. And now Orochi is back, so okay. My predictions for next chapter is... We're going to get Fukuro Juko versus Raizo. We're going to get the conclusion of that. And another fight. What is another fight that's going on right now? We might get the conclusion to Drake and Apu. Maybe. If that isn't already done in Oda's mind. Like, Oda might not actually see that as a fight at this point in time, just that they're stalling each other. There's no role for the rest of the Straw Hats right now. I mean, the Straw Hats might make their way up to the top of Onigashima. And, I mean, could you imagine if they made it to the top of the dome and they just watched Luffy beat Kaido? Like, it wasn't even about, going to help the other people at this point in time. It's just like, they go up there, they all sit in their lap, and they're just waiting. So Luffy's like, I can't lose. Everyone's watching. I'm the last one left fighting. You gotta do it. But realistically, they should be going to help Kid and Law, because holy shit, right? I want to say Kid and Law got this, but I also wanted to see Kid and Law's crews do something this arc. Although, at least Killer is. Killer's carrying the entire Kid Pirates on his shoulders, just like, oh, I'll keep you afloat. We're comparable to the Straw Hats. Yep. 2 bounties. Yep. It's not like the Fishman Pirates have got more than that. What if the anime opening about Straw Hats, they will go to the rooftop as well as King and Queen, and the final battle will happen there? I mean, it could potentially happen. Momo next... Okay. We're going to get Fukuro Juko versus Raizo concluding, and we're going to get Drake and Apu happening. And the intermission, like the middle section of the next chapter, I reckon, is going to be Momo trying to figure out how to stop Onigashima, with sprinkles of Luffy versus Kaido just getting thrown in there, and sprinkles of Zoro and Sanji versus King and Queen getting in there. And I'm doing like 1 or 2 panels for them. Yeah, if Oda doesn't give Kid a big payoff by the end of the arc, I'm going to be really sad. Dude, if Kid... I'm sorry, I love Law. Okay, like... I love Law so much, I have a tattoo slightly inspired by Law. Okay? Law is one of my fucking favourite characters. Alright? I'm ride or die Law. But in this situation, get Laura out of the way. Kid, please. Please. Do something. Take out Big Mom. And if you don't take her out, make her so weak that all it's going to take is one hit to take her out. Like, if you can't get all the way there, get 99% of the way there, man. There's no reason for the amount of shit you talk why you can't, my guy. He's been around for so long, but he hasn't been given any true spotlights. Unless you count his rotten punk technique. That mode is dope as heck. I mean, look. We saw him throw around Big Mum, actually. So he's strong enough to be able to magnetize Big Mum and manipulate her around, right? At this point in time, throw some magnetic boxes on either one of her hands, and when she's like, huh, what the hell is this? Do it. Do the dirty, kid. Play Stop Hitting Yourself with Big Mum, alright? She's sitting there, Napoleon's in one hand, Hera's in the other hand, they're sparking out, and Kid's just like, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. Big Mom's just like, what is happening to me? I'm a grandma in her late 60s, leave me alone. Laura's definitely one of my favourite top 5 Supernovas. Dude, I love swords. I love swordsmans, alright? But all first half of One Piece, Zoro was my favourite character for so long, and then we got Rayleigh, and I was like, oh, I love Rayleigh. Post time skip though, alright? I gotta say, I think it's like a toss up between as I've matured, Luffy has just sat there as like one of my favorite characters. Like, I think he's my favorite character almost. But at the moment, it's like Luffy, Katakuri, Law. You know what I mean? It's like there's a trifecta there of people that I'm just like, man, I love you guys so much. Anything you do, I'm just there, just like, please, rain it down on me. You know what I mean? I'm definitely desperate for their content. Alrighty. So, alright, next week we're gonna get Figaro Juko versus Raizo. We're gonna get all that stuff that I was talking about before. This is 26, so 27, 28, 29, 30. I did see a video by Ohara earlier in the week where he was interviewing that Japanese YouTuber, and he had a prediction that Chapter 31, either Vegapunk would be revealed or Onigashima would fall. I'm going to put my money on Onigashima potentially almost falling there, right? So if we've got 5 chapters to wrap up, or to get to that point, I think in the next 5 chapters, we're going to get all the other fights wrapped up, or close to wrapped up. Maybe Zoro and Sanji vs. King Queen is the only one that doesn't get wrapped up. So the next few chapters, I think, are going to be speed blitzing through that stuff. And then, if there is going to be an intermission at all this entire arc, it'll be like this entire act. If this is a 5-act play, right? If that is coming at all, it's 132 or around that. So I don't know. My predictions are a bit limited. Keep an eye out for tomorrow for my Ace manga read through. I'll organise that. It'll probably be. I've got some stuff booked in the morning, so it'll probably be sort of midday to late afternoon. But keep an eye out for it. All right. Ooh, got a new subscriber, Rashid Singleton. Much appreciated, my guy. Oh no, that's old. Never mind. That is an old one. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the stream up there. So if you haven't done so already, you know what to do. You know it's really appreciated. You know it really helps me out. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for more notifications of content like this. All right. Give the video a like. I'm trying to hit 50 subs by Christmas time, essentially. So, you know, help me get to 50. I'm at 44 currently, so help that good stuff coming along. Keep an eye out for more content and videos. I've also recorded, but I haven't released yet because I've got to fix it up a little bit. I've got my Boruto and Dragon Ball Super reactions, so be sure to keep an eye out for them. They might come out this weekend too. So, keep the content flowing. Peace. Have a damn good day. Nothing but love. Nothing but respect. Thank you for coming by. All right. Thank you guys for always being so fun in the comment section as well and making this experience so much better for me. Peace. Till next week or until the next video. Have a damn good day. Nothing but love.